Hey guys, welcome in. Welcome back to my page, DIY with Crafty Sarah. This is my segment of craft round the clock. Not a round, but round. So if you're not a member of Craft Round the Clock, please join. Let's see here. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to do a witch's broom today. And I lost my inspiration sheet over here. Let me grab it real quick. I'm like, what do I do with it? I got it. So welcome in, people. Welcome in. I appreciate you guys all coming in. I've been so busy today. Hi, Tracy. Thank you. Okay, guys. So I'm doing a witch's broom, and I'm doing this because I want to... Hi, Stephanie. I'm going to use some of my chalk paste. Well, there you go. Never been... Look. Never been opened. I'm getting ready for my whatnot tonight. And this is an item that I'm debating putting on. And the reason why I'm debating it is because it's so stinking big. And I'm like, I always have to worry about finding boxes. Like, what am I going to put that in? So we'll see what it looks like when we're done. So I'm just going to paint. I want to paint my flowers I'm using Lagoon and Sea Glass. You guys, I have the hardest time finding a nice teal color, like a teal green. This is a teal blue. But anyway, so we're just gonna mess around today and we're gonna get this done. Just because I think it is absolutely stinking cute. I love this stuff. This stuff from this company. They do an amazing job with their files. So we'll see if we can do the whole hour. If not, that's fine. Oop, I think I want to stir that up. Since it's brand new. That's a beautiful color. That is a color that I like. And these two colors together will be pretty. I don't normally paint with my chalk paste, but when you can't find the color you want, and I don't like that brush for sure. When you can't find the color you want, then you start moving around. This is really transparent. So here we are on a Monday, and I was trying to figure out how to put Do Not Disturb on my phone, you guys, and I can't even figure it out. So I'm going to have to, I have an iPhone, so I'm going to have to figure that out because I feel like I'm going to get a message while I'm on, and I don't really want a message. So tonight, if anybody's around, 7 o'clock, I probably shouldn't even say it, I guess, because we'll probably still be Craft Around the Clock. Craft Round the Clock will still be shaken. So did you guys have a good weekend? My weekend was kind of cray-cray. I'm not seeing comments, but let me see here. Why do I tell you? Facebook can be exasperating, right? I need to slow down. I need to settle down. Slow your roll, sister. Slow your roll. That is the perfect color. I like that. If I could find it in paint, it would be really nice. So I've been getting ready for my whatnot. That's tonight. And I pretty much have a buttload of stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Stephanie, do you keep the stuff that you paint or do you give it away? Or sell it. Maybe you sell it. This is supposed to have a rustic look, and it's totally going to have a rustic look. Hi, Pam. Welcome in, guys. I appreciate you guys all coming in. I wasn't going to paint, and then I decided that I was. Because I want to get one of these done. So I think it's going to be absolutely adorable. I like fun Halloween. I don't like creepy. And to me, this is fun Halloween. Okay, that's going to be good there. Yeah, I do too. I decorate for holidays. I just had a girl in my shop. My shop is out away from my home. It's a building. It's part of my garage. So this back wall behind me, on the other side is my garage. And then we added this part to the garage when we built the garage, so that I could have my ceramic shop, because I used to do ceramics for like 40 years. I did ceramics, poured the molds, you know, all the things. So I still have a kiln. I still fire. I still make a few things. I got rid of my molds, and actually I sold my molds when I used that money to buy my laser. So that's how that happened. So I was thrilled to get rid of those molds, because Lordy B, they take up enough room and they weigh a damn ton. I'm not kidding you. But I kept a few. So I kept my Christmas tree. I kept 2 different nativity set molds, and one of them's 19 pieces. So we're talking about, although a lot of those molds have 2 kings in one mold or something, or 2 animals in a mold. But still, there's a lot. And then I have another one that's a lot. So I have some molds. But so I'm in the process of trying to get rid of my bisque, because I also had I cleaned and fired all my greenware before I closed up my shop. And so now, in all the shelving that had all my molds on it in the garage, which our garage, I think, is a 20 by 20. It is, and we have one whole, so right on the other side of here is shelving, and it's 3 foot deep and 5 shelves high, and they're full of bisque. So there's that. And I need to, so I'm thinking this is wheat, you guys. So I think I'm going to lean towards, this color is called pigskin, and it's just kind of a butterscotch. It looks a lot like our new color, butterscotch. I used to make a lot of something and arrangements. Oh, wreaths. But they take up a lot of space in my craft room. Yeah. See, and I was a florist for 20 some years before, that's got a big goober in it, before I owned a floral shop for 25 years. So I know all about that too, Steph. You and I could be best friends. Yeah. It's easy to get obsessed about woodcuts. They're so fun to paint, aren't they? Oh my Lord. So fun to paint. So this is going to go over the top of, actually, so you have to kind of just figure this out. So that witch hat's going to go over the top of that, and that's going to go over the top of that. So really, just this needs to be painted. I don't really feel like those bottom ones need to be painted. Listen, my shirt is a, it's an antique. Not kidding you. Oh God, that would be awesome. My kid lived in Asheville, North Carolina for a while, and I loved it over there. But I could never live there because I'm a wimp. I can't be away from my kids. I can't be that far away from my... I know people that... I have crafty friends who just packed up and moved. Like left their kids and their grandkids and... Oh my God. Like, that's a hard no. A hard no. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. I'm like, where's my other wheat? It's down here. Yeah. But that part of the country is absolutely gorgeous. My husband went to funeral college at Mid-America in Louisville, Kentucky. Or was it Indiana? He either went to college in Indiana and then worked in Kentucky across the river, or vice versa, wherever Mid-America Funeral College is. I feel like it might be Indiana. I feel like I might be wrong. And then my son, when he lived there, talk about gorgeous. Oh my gosh, down in the... Yeah, the Mirage is no longer in Vegas. But I have t-shirts from every casino. All the way along, you guys. I've been going to Vegas every year since 1994, I think Hey Alexa, when did the Mirage open?
The Mirage opened on November 22nd, 1989.
Okay, so we went to the Mirage in March of 1990. This is the first time we went to the Mirage, and it had just been built. She just said it was built in 1989. November of 1989 is when it opened. So we've been going every year for multiple years. Oh man, that would be terrible. I know people that, I just had my friend who, she had a brain tumor years ago, and then it came back, because they always do, and she had more of it taken out, the rest of it or whatever taken out, and I could really see a deficit after that. And then she's just had other issues along the line. Well, her daughter, she's got one kid, lives in Denver, and we live in Nebraska. So she's 6 hours away, her only child, and she ended up moving her out to Denver a couple weeks ago, about a month ago. And her mom is struggling. She's really struggling because it's not home. She knew that she was going to have to go out there, but I don't think she got that it was going to be her home, that it wasn't going to be a visit, it was going to be home. So I need to do, I need burnt orange, and that's going to be so this doesn't get painted, but the candy corn does. So there's going to be orange and yellow and white for that. trying just to squeeze out a smidge, but it's hard to squeeze out a smidge. Yeah, my friend moved to Johnsonville, Tennessee from Spokane, Washington. Tracy Wagner did that. Packed up and moved away. And the picture of her leaving, she's crying like crazy. And here's the deal. Her kids ended up moving where she is. Like, I think they're all there except one. And the one came for a while and tried it, but then they went back. So I don't know if they just didn't like it there, or if the work was hard to get, or what the heck, but I can't remember exactly what the deal was. So I'm just taking an X-Acto knife and going down my little flower and getting out of the crease, because I don't want that paint build up in there. So spread the news tonight, you guys, when you get on Whatnot. Share me out so I can get some people on there. It's only going to be my 4th time. I'm a newbie, and I'm totally learning because I'm an idiot. Just saying. Just saying. If you ever have a question, I'm an idiot. I think those are going to be the perfect colors, you guys. I kind of like teals for fall. So the hat is black, and the spider is black, and the broomstick. Although, you know what? I might grab some zinc. Let me grab some zinc. That's kind of a dark gray. Let's do that. So what I want to do is, I'm going to take one of those little sponges like you get at the Dollar Tree, and they're just that rough, you know, the scrubby side. And I cut it up into chunks, you guys. Bits and pieces, bits and pieces. And I'm going to dip it in my zinc over here. And it's on there pretty good. And I'm just going to take it over here. I really want to get it out of there. I mean, I want it there, but I don't want, like, I'm not painting with it. I'm just, and I'm going to take it down my broom because I want to have those broomy, you know what I mean? The straw look. So you just kind of take it to your edges and then bring it down or up, however. So see how that gives it kind of that straw look? I like that. I like that. And I don't know, this didn't come with this, and then I throw these away. I might save it just in case I need it for something here, but I don't keep it. I just don't. They're $1, you guys, and I cut them up in so many pieces. I got a bag full of them. And then I'm just going to take my ink pad, and I'm going to, actually though, I might end up sanding that. Let's hold off on that ink pad for a little bit. And so the arm, which I might use that zinc on there too. So I'm just going to use my sponge brush. I think we're gonna sand this. We want to distress this. I don't even know what. It's hard to even know what's what until you. So I think that I'm just gonna do this too. Sometimes it's just better just to go down and do it, and then you don't, because it doesn't really matter if you go under, because your piece is going to cover it. I just don't want to get it on my which it wouldn't even matter on that either, you guys, on my wheat, because this covers that up. Perfect. So I'm going to paint my witch hat. My bat is black. I'm going to move this flower out of the way here. So this company is big on these florals, and I just love this. I think they're so pretty. But it's kind of, you kind of have to put your pieces, because I think these little berries are going to show. They are. And not these are the cattails, so they're going to get covered. And this is the candy corn, so that gets covered. And the spider gets covered. So it's just kind of a, sometimes I have to set stuff over it just to be sure that I know what I'm doing, what I'm covering. Hi, Jeanette. How are you? Now this, when I cut it out, I just cut the word, I just scored the words. The ones after that, I filled. So these, I don't know how they'll show. Hey, Chris. Deb was just here a little bit ago, popped in to see if I was still alive. And I am. But I'm up to my wazoo in stuff for my whatnot tonight. My tables are covered. So now I'm going to put it in some boxes to set here. Because I do it right here where I'm standing. Some people do it where they're sitting down. You guys, I pretty much craft standing. So I just sanded. I just kind of want this to have a little bit of a rustic, so you can just get your edges. I mean, it's a nasty old witch broom, right? Tell you what, Halloween stuff is amazeballs. See so many cute things. And then you want to offset your flower on there. But I'll glue that one on. I'm going to sand this too. So I'm sanding off everything I just did. That's okay though. Then we'll go back and this is just a little gator sander. And that's going to get glued right there. And I can see right there I'm going to need black because that is where that's part of my broom. So I need to get that. Some things you just don't see till you start doing your stuff. And then you're like, oh, So if you guys see some of my friends on here and you don't follow, if you'd follow, that would be awesome. Old Facebook is kind of jacking us around on our followers here lately. Okay, so I'm going to glue that down, which I need to grab my glue. Everything is always 3 steps away, guys. It's always 3 steps away. I don't go very far, but I go out of the camera. It's like, hold please. Then this got plugged on me. I usually keep a pin in it, and then it won't do that. You know what I forgot to do though? I forgot to ink it. Now without getting glue all over me. Then you can even just kind of run your ink pad up and down your broom. This glue is not, it's art glitter glue. It sticks, but it gives you some time. It gives you a little time. So if anybody's around tonight and you're on Whatnot, come over. I'll have all kinds of, need to get my giveaways in there yet today and a couple more things. And then I think I'm good to go for my shop. And again, you guys, I'm not the brightest bulb in the box when it comes to all this techie stuff. Ugh. Gonna wipe this glue off of here. I see some people go on there and they're like screaming and hollering and stuff. That's not me. That's not me. Wait till I wear my Riviera shirt. That's been a long time gone. Oh man, I miss the rib. Okay, so white. Can you guys ever remember what the heck color candy corn is? I never can. Got the little skull head, the little ghost head, or the ghost, and the pumpkin. And that's the center of the flower. And the other circle, I wasn't sure what the heck it was. I was thinking to myself, is it something that's supposed to lift something? Or maybe it's nothing. And I'm just a goofball. Because that can happen too. Not gonna lie. That can happen. Yellow, orange, and white. You're right. Yellow on the bottom, orange in the middle, and white at the top. But I never can remember what's at the white. Is the white top or the bottom? Or again, Cindy, I'm a little challenged. I buy it, but I really don't eat it. My husband does. I buy candy corn in the fall, and then I mix it with peanuts. And oh Lord, he loves it. And it's like I have a big old jar that I bring out that it's in there, and he's always like, oh yes. I usually bring a jar out, but he always gets excited when he sees the jar of candy corn, and then I said something. I go, well, some people put M&Ms in it, and he goes, yeah, no, I don't care about that. That would be kind of cool. Hi, Denise. How are you? We're just doing an old witch broom today. I said I like cute Halloween. I'm not a... Ooh, that moved. You guys, isn't that crazy how that stuff just moves? It's all right. It's all right. Okay. So this, they show... Well, they show something on here that... Oh, I'm like, wait. They're showing something on here that's not on here, but it's on here. Okay, so that goes there. So that does cover everything. So they show this and this kind of a khaki color. But you guys, I think I'm going to grab I think I want like a rust color. I think that would be pretty in there. Let me grab that. So this gets on there. So the spider stays. Let me grab a rust color. There is actually a rust. Where is it? I wonder if I want that or if I'd rather have... I think I'm going to go with cinnamon stick. Yeah, that'll be all right. At least on these. When I think of fall, I think of yellows and oranges and golds and teals, and those are kind of my favorite colors. I love fall colors. And I love fall, but I don't like that winter comes after fall. Not that I'm picky or anything. But last year, we had no winter. Someone even told me the other day they didn't even wear their winter coat last year. Like their real winter coat. I'm like, yeah, I think I did. But I'm pretty sure I did. Because it got down, you know, there's days when it got down to 20. That's pretty stinking cold. And I have come to the conclusion that I am not I'm not an extreme person. I don't like extreme heat, and I don't like extreme cold. And since I had kidney failure, I feel like I'm kind of a wimp. I go outside and I'm like, oh my goodness, like I'm freezing to death. Today I went out there and I was pulling some weeds. You bend over, and then you stand back up and you're kind of loopy. You're kind of like, woof. A little bit dizzy. I'm going to paint those that brown. It's crazy to think we're almost to the middle of July. Oh, it can get dang cold here. Yeah, Stephanie. It gets 20 below. Yeah. Wind chill can really be cold, like 50 below. It's stupid. But this year our winter was kind of wimpy. You guys, it was kind of wimpy. My niece and her dad are on a trip to Alaska. And I said to my husband, because that's my bucket list is, and I wanted to go there on for our 40th wedding anniversary, which is 2 years ago. 2 years ago, this November, it'll be 2 years. And I ended up in open heart surgery, you guys. I said, I changed my trip to Alaska for an open heart surgery. No, I didn't, but that's what happened. So there you go. I lost out on that. So I never got anything for my 40th wedding anniversary. And I feel like I should have got something. I feel like I got gypped. I guess I got my life. That's a good thing. That is a good thing. I see my stems are going to have to be a color. See? I'm telling you guys. You paint, you find things. And those are kind of a khaki. Easily remedied, but holy moly, you don't see it till you start to put your stuff together, and then you're like, wait a minute, what about this? Oh my gosh, you guys, we might make the hour. I'm a pretty quick crafter, so for me an hour is like scary. Some people think 45 minutes is scary. For me, 45 minutes is about perfect. Really, it's about perfect. And we haven't even done these yet, so we're good. We might be not making it. 47 years? Good God, Cindy. You've been gypped. Oh, my husband gets me something every year. But I thought for our 40th, it should be like, it should be shiny or it should be a vacation. And it was neither. I think I got a dozen roses or something. I don't know. Okay, I want to sand this little hat a little bit. So I want it to all be like a witch, like these. I have friends that don't get anything too, and I feel bad because I'm a spoiled brat. My husband does not forget. A couple weeks ago, he came home. He didn't come home with it, but he told me I was getting a new car. So I got a new car sitting in the garage. So I can't complain, you guys. I can't complain. I'm going to keep him. I'm going to keep him. I always tell him when I'm gone, he's going to have people lining up for him. He goes, well, I don't need anybody. I'm like, yeah, you say that. Men always say that, but they don't mean it. I've seen it too many times. Men can't live without women. He goes, well, I could use a maid or a maid or a cook. I'm like, well, you know what, honey? It doesn't work that way. That means you need a wife. I just see some little pieces that I did not get punched out, so I'm just gonna punch them out. I kind of dread the day that all that has to come to fruition. And the older you get, the more that's kind of in your mirror, unfortunately. Forgot about the top of my... And then I painted those stems, you guys, and I put that right over the top of it, so it didn't even matter. See? I'm telling you. Oh, there you go. Girl, that's my husband right there. Yeah. Listen, when I go away for a couple days, like to go babysit my grandkids or something, you know, our grandkids, I'll come home. Or if I went on a chalk thing and I came home and he was like, he'll say things to me like, well, I did my laundry. And I'm like, yippee! Lucky for you. I'm like, aren't you awesome? I'm like, I do the laundry every week. And I don't get any kind of kudos for that. I didn't even turn my microphone on, you guys. But he's all proud of himself because he does the laundry. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. Mine doesn't cook. He doesn't cook. So he tells me that he would have, and we live in a town of 900, you guys. We have no fast food here. No fast food. The closest fast food to us is 20 miles away. So he tells me that he would have to move to that town because he could never. And I think he's right. I didn't need to paint that, you guys. What the heck? I'm wacko. Wacko. Well, I don't need to punch that out because you don't even going to see it, so I'm not going to worry about that one. We'll see what I missed here. I just think it's funny because I worked with a guy in the grocery store, and he was like, we're the same age, and his wife was like a little bit younger than us. Him and I graduated the same year. We're 75. Whoa. And we would talk about, you know, if something happened to our spouse, would we get remarried? And he would be like, oh, hell no. I'm done. I'm good. Listen, she died of breast cancer, and he couldn't find a new wife fast enough. Within a year, I bet, he was married again. So there's that. So I just don't think men can do without a wife very good. They usually start to find another one pretty quick. And I don't even want to know about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to know about it. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I better sand my little... And I need to paint my white again because white can look kind of poopy, not gonna lie. Just checking the clock to be sure. So I think I want to do those in khaki, but I want to sand these a little bit. Look. Isn't that going to be cute, you guys? So again, if any of you guys are whatnots, I'm on tonight. But I am not I'm a new, this would only be my third or fourth time, my fourth time. I'm a newbie. Holy, see how tall that is, you guys? Look at that. Look how big that is. I don't even know if the stand I'm going to put on it's going to work. I hope so. I really hope so. So I'm going to, I think I want to grab some makeup sponges for that. And I don't know if it's going to work or not. I may have to go in and write my letters. Let me grab a makeup sponge real quick. Or 2 or 3. And we're going to try that and we're going to see if that will, I don't, because they're not etched in. Thanks, Denise. But let's see. I want to be able to read them. And if you just go lightly, sometimes it's like if you do 2 or 3 layers lightly, that's better than a big old smear of paint across it. And I'm just going to dab mine out over here, and I'm going to I have some more of this kind of stuff tonight. This company that does this with these florals. A church. A winter church. That's absolutely flippin' gorgeous. I cut it out last year and kind of forgot about it. And then I saw it again. I thought, oh my gosh, I need to do that church. So you could take your Posca and write these in, but I think they're going to be all right, you guys. Denise, I hope your little puppy's doing okay. My little pup is 12 years old, and she's a Chihuahua Jack Russell. She's a little fart and skillet, but she is, I can tell that she is slowing down. And I just recently, so I bought some of those woofies, which are like glucosamine, because she gets off the couch and she kind of acts like a stoved up old lady. You know, when you get off, when you've been sitting for a long time, you get up and you kind of, you know, hi Cindy, you kind of move slow, you know. That's how my dog is. I always tell her, come on old lady, you can do it. Oh, my gray came through on that. I don't want that. But I can tell that she's getting old. She's 12. But I will be an absolute flippin' mess when I lose that dog. And when I got her, my husband was like, it was a neighbor person. In my little town of 900 people, there was a girl that her mother-in-law had bought her, one of her granddaughters, a Chihuahua. And I think that this little girl, who is the daughter-in-law, she was mad because she thought that Grandma should get her daughter a Chihuahua. So this girl drove out to western Nebraska and bought her kid this dog. And brought it back, and I think her husband was mad because they had 2 dogs already. And he was like, you need to get rid of that dog. So I don't know how long she had it, maybe 2 months or something. This is going to work out good, you guys. I kind of like this. And I really like that. It shows perfect. I don't even have to worry about that. So I'm gonna let that dry and I'm gonna cut that off. Well, I don't even have to let it dry. I'm just gonna cut that off. And then you use it again. So she got that dog. She brought it home. Her husband was mad. So she didn't know what to do. So she put an ad in the paper for a price, and it was like $100. And it was the dog and the dog's like a sweater and food, like 2 bags of food. And I mean, it was the $100 was like for nothing. I mean, she had well over $100 in stuff. So I went and looked at the dog, and she was so cute. And she was in their house in a pen. And I think she was left in a pen like all day long. And I said to her, I go, I need to go home and think about it for a little bit. And I didn't get home. I bet I went even home an hour. And I get a message and it says, I have a bill to pay and I'd really like to sell the dog. And I said, well, if somebody else takes her, I said, then it wasn't meant to be for me. And I said, but I have to think about it. Because you guys, we hadn't had a dog in 15 years. So it was a big deal. And my husband was like, we don't need no damn dog. And I'm like, but I want a dog. And so I ended up getting her. And he comes home and she's there. And he goes, I thought we didn't need to have a damn dog. And I go, I didn't say that. And listen, she is the apple of his eye, let me tell you. He walks in the house and he's like, how's my pretty girl? So, like I said, that dog, when that dog goes, we're going to be a hot mess. Sticking to my tape. We are going to be a hot mess, both of us. Because we haven't, the dog we had before that, we had 4 kids. I don't even know how that dog lived. I'm not lying. I do not know how that dog lived because we didn't take very good care of her. Not like we do this dog. I mean, we fed her and we vetted her, that kind of stuff. But she didn't get the attention that this dog gets. Because we don't have any kids. Our kids are all grown. This little dog lives in the lap of luxury. The other one, she had to fend for herself. She had 4 kids and, all the things. So there's that. But, you know what? I was going to do something to this. Dang it. I can't do it now, I don't think. I was going to do something to this broomstick. Maybe I can just dab a little. A little dab will do ya. Just because I don't want it solid black. I'm not going to be able to get in there. What can I do? What can I do? I'm going to grab a dry brush. And I'm just going to kind of worm it in there a little bit. And I want to sand that too a little bit. I hope, oh my God, if we could have our dog for 20 years, that would be amazing. They're like our kids. I mean, seriously, they're family. They are family. I mean, John and I go on a vacation, and I take her to the boarding, and we get home, and we may not be able to get her until the next day, or I have to take her, like, on a Saturday, and we're not leaving till Sunday. You talk about a quiet house. It's creepy quiet. Creepy quiet. So we say, and we only have the one dog. So we say that, man, that really stands out, that if something should happen to her, and we know something's going to happen to her eventually, that we would probably go rescue an older dog from the pound, or it's called Start Over Rover. That's what we feel like we would do. Give a dog some last time, you know, some years. I told my husband I think I would have this dog cremated and have her buried with me. Because she's been my baby. And she's not a pretty dog at all. She's kind of scruffy looking. My sister-in-law says she's so ugly, she's cute. I'm like, aw. She's more Jack Russell than Chihuahua. I'm not a Chihuahua lover, and she's a wire hair. That's not fun, but she's got a good personality. And you know what? She never bit a grandkid. None of that. So, all right, I'm going to try to get this done here, you guys. Let's get this. It's almost 4 o'clock. Time flies when you're having fun. Okay, I'm going to bring up my broom, bring over my broom, and let's glue these on. Actually, I want to... Because don't you think they should be kind of ratty? Haunted house goes here. My brother is actually going to a haunted house this weekend, and he's going to spend the night. Isn't that crazy? I said, have you lost your mind? He's kind of excited about it. It's in Iowa. It used to be like 700 people have died there or something, and I don't know. I should look at it on YouTube. He showed me, but oops, I didn't ink that. He came and helped me clean my laser this weekend, which was amazing. You don't even realize how dirty they get, but it's been 2 years, and I haven't never did a deep clean. Boy, it was amazing. Talk about nasty. You guys, how stinking cute is that? I'm going to stand it up though. So the little candy corn. I can't really not ink it because I've inked everything else. It's going to look funny if it's all nice and shiny. That goes right there. Oop, couple minutes. And the pumpkin goes where the pumpkin patch is. And they just get plopped up anywhere you want to put. And the skeleton goes, the haunted house goes. I'm not gonna blacken those or darken. Gets put there. And the skull goes at the graveyard. Shih Tzus are awesome. My girlfriend has six of them. She is a Shih Tzu lover. That's her dog. She does have a Lhasa Apso too, but the 5 are Shih Tzus. So this is our witch broom stick. Isn't that cute, you guys? And then I'm going to let it dry, and then I'm going to put a kickstand on the back of it to stand up. So our tide is up. I appreciate you all so much. Share me if you can. Come to Whatnot tonight if you can. And I will see you guys later. Thanks for popping in on my segment of Craft Around the Clock. You know what, Stephanie? John says that all the time. One of our kids would take her if something happens to her. So, there you go, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you. Just refresh your page if you're on Craft Around the Clock, and you'll see the next presenter. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.